Good morning. Well, good afternoon in some places. I was on a little earlier, and this is very serious, what I'm about to play for you guys. Thank you, girlfriend. I just made a smoked turkey, egg, and cheese sandwich on toast by the Black Bread Company, by the way. I want to play something for you guys. This is very important. Let me tell you something about this muffling thing. Only some of y'all hear me muffle. Others of y'all hear me fine. It's nothing I'm doing. I really think the CIA or somebody is listening to me and fucking with me, because every time I try to talk about something black, people start saying I'm muffled. My volume is all the way up. There's nothing blocking the speaker. So I can't. This is really serious, what I'm about to play for y'all. I'm not smoking, I'm not doing none of that. This is, well, if you have something wrong with the sound, click out and click back in. Okay, there's nothing I'm doing. Click out and click back in. And this is very important. This is very important. This has to do with these murders and shit. I'm going to show you something. I was sent this by Nipsey's cousin. Okay? This is very, very serious. I'm sorry for the buzzsaw noise in the background, because even though it's a little gray here and a little rainy, it's still like hot. It's some kind of Miami weather, and they're remodeling the house next door, so I apologize for that. This is very serious. Okay, well, Marsha, I don't know what to do. All right, are you ready? It's not in the fucking case. Get over it. If you can't hear it, it ain't for you to hear. There's nothing I can do. I'm very upset this morning. This whole fucking murder shit has triggered us again behind the Nipsey stuff, and I'm not in the fucking mood, okay? So just listen to what the fuck. It's not covered. This is what the phone is in. Do you see that hole down there where my nail is? That's where the speaker is. It's not covered. How the fuck you gonna tell me? Listen, okay, well, this is only for the people who can hear. If you can't hear, that's too goddamn bad, but I'm not in the mood this morning. All right, here.
Of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video.
Wait a minute.
Of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry's obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people. But they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been.
Word.
The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience. You have platforms. You have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you. Use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult, and they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, and to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it. Hey guys, in light of seeing that rapper from Migos.
So since y'all don't want to listen to nobody black, maybe you'll listen to somebody white who is telling you to your face that you're being used, that all they want you to do is put fat asses in videos, wear gold chains, flash your money, flash your jewelry, drink Molly, take Molly, drink scissor, and act a motherfucking ass. And it's all a plot, and it's all a plan, and all y'all motherfuckers is falling for it. His name is Robert Starbuck. I don't know how to repost because I'm just an old broad. So I couldn't repost that. So I decided to play it for you. I'm going to post this video. I hope you share it. Now, like I said earlier, the people on my live are probably not young. And if there's young people on my live, they probably don't give a fuck about what I got to say. Well, if you keep burying enough people, you will wake up. Maybe. Like I said earlier, do you know how triggering this is for Nipsey's family to see this happen again and again and again? Do you think that I thought that maybe after Nipsey's murder, that we might maybe get a grip and come together. But it didn't happen, did it? Getting shot over anything abroad, a chain, is fucking ridiculous. How do you think Takeoff's mother feels this morning? Her son is gone. While we are here on live, he is laying in the morgue, cold in a motherfucker. Why? My future of my family is in shock. I haven't even had a grandchild yet. What kind of world am I going to be bring my grandchild in? And my daughter wants a boy. A black man. There are good young people out there that want to be doctors. We need them. Do you want to know why when you go to the doctor, you don't hardly see a black doctor? But you see Indian ones, and you see Asian ones, and you see white ones. Black people know more about black people than anybody else. But where's your black doctors at? You know who's remodeling this house next door? You know who hustles together and pulls their money together and sacrifices for their family? Mexicans. I asked somebody on the construction site, how come there's not no brothers out here on the construction site? He said we couldn't find very many in this area. I am getting older. I'm glad about it. I hope I get old as Betty White, Marley Gibbs. I want to be old like that. Dying young is not the lick. They're not killing gymnasts. They're not killing R&B singers. They're not killing rappers. I mean, they're only killing rappers. Why? Because the narrative that rappers are putting out is trash. LL Cool J still alive. Did he sing about guns and bitches and hoes? Ice Cube is still alive. He sang about that because that was happening in the era. He don't do it no more. What did he do? Start doing family movies. Kara S1, Chuck D, trying to enlighten our community. Our nationality is a threat. And you know who the threat is for our nationality? Us. You young folk. You got the nerve to want to talk about somebody who's getting old. Don't you want to live a long and beautiful life? Or do you think that dying young is some hip, cool thing to do? You don't give a fuck about your mother and your grandparents or nothing like that? I'm just really, 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 really sad about the state of my people. Now, I could be a bitch to just get on here and talk about my nail and talk about my shit and my fabulous life, but I care about my motherfucking people. People under 30, they don't. I can't say everybody because there's some really active young people out there. But when they post something, you don't pay no attention to it. Y'all would rather watch somebody bleed out and see somebody who got a scholarship to go to college, or see somebody who's dancing on the dance team at college, or see somebody who's doing something positive. You'd rather see some broad clap her ass like this in front of the camera than to see somebody who's going to be able to help us and save us or teach us about holistic healing and herbs and stuff like that. I can admit it, my people, especially my young people, we are lost. We are lost. And it is the saddest shit that I have seen in my lifetime. You know, if I had a son, I would be petrified to let him even walk to the store and get a loaf of bread. If I had a black son, I would not want him to go out. Have the party here at my house. If I had a son, and by the way, girls get killed too, sitting right next to their boyfriends and stuff like this. What in the fuck is going on? And the people that are on here, the 400 of you that are listening to me, you already know this shit. Young folks ain't listening to me. But I would urge you to take this video, repost it, send it to your friends, send it to anybody who says, I want to go up and be a rapper, or I want to play, I don't know. But there's ways around dying young. There's ways around it. And then you could be the greatest boy in the world. Don't forget, Trayvon Martin's killer is done had breakfast this morning. He going on about his business. So you want to go shoot people, but you don't want to kill people that do something to us. I have a headache. I'm so sad for my people. I'm so sad for my people. Everybody living a long life and flourishing but us. And we're the most put upon people in the country. Because you can see us. And you motherfuckers think that wearing chains and flossing your money on Instagram and telling where you at right now in real time, you think that that's it. I love my people. I want to help my people. Maybe this little thing right here might wake somebody up. There's many, many more careers that can make you money besides rapping. We need rappers. But if you make an album called Ready to Die, be ready to die. If you write a lyric, I wonder if heaven's got a ghetto, you about to find out. Big Daddy Kane don't make no albums like that. He's still alive. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, they need to do real estate instead of jewelry. Or you can do both. But you don't flash your... Look at Daz Dillinger. Look what he's doing with his money. Have you been on his page? Have you seen the land he's bought? Have you seen the bulldozers he owns? Have you seen what he's trying to motherfucking invest and do? And that was one of the most, he owned a motherfucking dog pound.